Trump says Canada should join the U.S. as the 51st state. Do that and you avoid all tariffs. Kevin O'Leary joins me now. Come on in, Kevin. That doesn't seem like a realistic proposal to me. So how do we actually win this trade war? And tell me, what does winning look like?
So this is not the first time Trump has talked about buying Canada, and Canadian people do not want to sell their sovereignty. That's been tested and polled now for a couple of months since it first came out. But what has happened remarkably, and this is very interesting, the more this narrative continued about the potential of an economic union around energy and making something so large that China would never catch up to it, then there was a lot of interest amongst Canadian people. In fact, it polled up to 43% of Canadians wanting to know more. So as always with Trump, you've got to distinguish the signal from the noise, but also the very fact that this economy is unique. 17 of the U.S. states, their number one trading partner is Canada, and Alberta has 5 times more energy and gas and oil than the entire United States. There is some opportunity here. It's not crazy, and people want to understand more.
Is there any possibility that negotiation would take care of this in the short term? We've already heard that President Trump has spoken with Trudeau once this morning and will speak again at 3 o'clock this afternoon. There's scheduling calls with the leader of Mexico. Is there a possibility here that there could be a negotiated settlement relatively quickly?
Yes, it's unfortunate it's Trudeau because he's been calling Trump all weekend, not getting his call returned just till now, because these two have a bad relationship from the very first term. And along with Freeland, who negotiated NAFTA too, she was the finance minister, just quit. Trudeau's on his way out. It's unfortunate that this wasn't happening 6 weeks from now, when we would have had a new government in Canada potentially. However, it is what it is. And you ask me, is there a chance? Absolutely. Trump is a negotiator. Everybody's talked about that. If he gets what he wants between now and midnight, this whole thing goes away, and then we can talk about the economic union again. Obviously, there's a lot of angst on both sides of the border because this trading partnership is massive. It's massive. And so figuring out what the long-term implications are is almost impossible. But I don't think there will be long-term. I think this thing gets worked out quickly, if not today, quickly. And then we move on to trying to look at the opportunity of a behemoth economy where there's no tariffs, north, south, east, or west. That would be interesting.
Got it. One more for you. A new poll from the New York Times. It says most voters do not believe the economy is important to Democrats. We have yet to get a real Democrat response to the tariffs. Where is their leadership on the economy?
I felt from the election night, when it occurred, that it was a good thing that happened to the Democrats in this sense, Stuart. They should reboot. They really have to get rid of the old guard, the Pelosi and the Obama and movie stars like Clooney, deciding who should be anointed in leadership. That last candidate was a disaster. Everybody knows that it's true. So run a process, start anew. The new leadership in the Democratic Party is an unknown man or woman we've never heard of, probably. And that's a good thing for them. They've gone so far off the tracks that nobody wants to vote for them, including Democrats don't want to vote for them. So at the end of the day, it's reboot time, and they have to really look inwards and say, what does it mean to be a Democrat? It used to be the party of the people. Somehow, some way, Trump stole that from them. And America fixed itself in this election. It went back to more common sense policies, and here we are.
Kevin O'Leary, always a pleasure. Come back and see us soon, please, Kevin. We've got lots of stuff for you. See you later.
Take care.